Let's create PowerGrades so that we can use a color grade we've created in other projects easily without having to always start from scratch. So in this example, you can see I have this teal and yellow in a folder, a custom folder, and all I can do is to go to a clip. And then once I'm in that clip, if I middle mouse click on this, it's now applied this color grade on this pure clip. I can always go back and make a few changes to anything I'd like to change, because it's applying the same principle over here. For example, I could just tweak this and make everything slightly more cool while the face area remains sort of warm like that. And I could just apply a new look. And what I can do over here is to go over here and say grab a still. And now in this my custom grade folder, I can right click on this still, and actually, change the label to new teal underscore orange. Oops, I have my caps on. Underscore 2. So now if I should close Resolve and start it over, this is going to, exist. So let's see how we can easily save that. Now to save that, let's say for example, we have a new window, and in fact, let's just create a new project. So I'll go to new project and I'll just call this delete me, because I'm going to delete this folder, and I'll just hit create to start a brand new project. We'll quickly import an image, or a video rather. So I'll just hit this one, boost content growth, and hit open. And I'll change the frame rate to match this project's frame rate, drag this to the timeline, and I'll set this to a vertical video because it's a vertical video. So I'll click on use vertical resolution and hit save. So now that we have that vertical resolution, let's head over to the color page and quickly create a look. So first I'll get rid of the gallery. I'll just go over here and make sure that I have a little bit of contrast here, not too much, and I'll just drag the brightness down. So I'll create another node. For this node, I'll go over to the color wheels. I'll drag the mid details down so I can have a little bit of smooth skin like that. I'll hit Alt S to create another power window. And in this power window, what I'll do is just drag this around like so. And I'll invert the selection and blur out the background like so, just to give a little bit of depth. Go back to the power window, soften this real quick, and then go to the hue wheels and just drag this around, and then push this in the midtones like that. And what I'll do over here is to go to the curves and slightly darken out these areas like that. So, and I also boost up the saturation just a little bit like that. And finally, I'll add a nice little vignette. So I'll go to the power window, create a vignette, and then drag this around. Sorry, not a vignette. I just want to enhance the face area a little bit like that. Just the face area, and I'll go into the color wheels and I'll push this towards red and slightly push this towards 1. So all in all, if I select all my clips and I hit Control D, this is the before and this is the after. So a nice little grade. So how do I create, excuse me, take a sip of water here. So how do I save this preset such that I can use this preset on another project? So the first thing I'll do is to label them properly, very important. So here, this node label, we're going to call this our contrast. And on this node label, we're going to call this our skin detail. And this is very important if you want to customize things. So here, I'm going to call this our BG blur. That's our background blur. And here, I'm going to call this our face. I'll just call it retouch. This is just a very generic, fix like that. So we have this now. So the first thing we'll do is to go to the gallery. So here in the gallery, we're going to, if we click on this, you'll actually see it says no stills created. So for example, if I just go over here and I like this one, And I'm not really moving my head too much, so I'm not going to worry about tracking this window, but we can indeed track it in case we're moving in some sections we don't want. One trick to do that is to go to the clip, like from here to here is good. So here, when I'm tilting my head a bit, we can split the clip, and then all we need to do is to track that mini section that we split. So if I go to the color page, this is the first one, this is the one we split. And if I go over here and just move this a little bit like that, it's actually fine. We don't even need to track this. So one way to save yourself from tracking is to make sure your head's still. So let's just select the image, right click on the image rather, and say grab still. So now we have a shot of that clip. So here we'll right click and we can change the label to, I'll just call this warm underscore style, like that, because it's a nice warm style. So to have this available in another project, here we have a PowerGrade 1 window, and this is where we should do that. So if I go to stills 1, I believe I should be able to copy this, or let's go to our PowerGrade folder. So in our PowerGrade folder, our PowerGrade 1 folder, we'll right click and say grab still, and we can see it in there. So right click and go to change label, and I'll call this warm underscore style. So we have the warm style in the PowerGrade folder right now. It's actually existing there. And the cool thing is we can test these. So if I middle mouse click on this one, it's going to apply this grade. And if I middle mouse click on this one, it can apply this grade. Now, if I use another project, let's import another one in here. So if I go here and import and open this, and let's drag this to the timeline like so. So we have this. We can easily test and see how this looks like with this grade, like that. So, and the cool thing is we can always customize this. If you want to create a custom folder where you can have your grades in that custom folder, you can go over here and right click and say add PowerGrade album. Right, so let's add PowerGrade 3. Let's right click. We can double click it quickly to rename it, and let's just call that MLX underscore costs underscore 2. That's my MLX custom folder 2. And I'll go over to this one like so, and I'll just make a few changes. Let's go over here and just push this like that. Or we can push this towards, yeah, let's warm this up a little bit like that. Now that's too much. The cool thing about grading is you don't grade too much. So I have that. I'm happy with that. Right click, grab this still, and I'll change the label to pink underscore panther, and that's going to be my grade. So I have this now in my custom grade folder too. So if I go to any of my clips, let's say this one, if I go to my custom pink, I could just test that on this one. All right. So it's actually applying that to, let's say this. So right click and say apply grade. So now we've applied that pink effect on this one. So that's how we can create, a nice little PowerGrade, and we can use that PowerGrade to apply it to other projects. All right, so now that we have created our LUTs, how do we export this LUT so that we can use it, share it with our friends? You can even sell it or import it into applications like Blackmagic Camera. To actually export a LUT, it's a bit different. You will not find it here. So let's say, for example, I have this teal orange 2, and I'll apply it to this clip. So we have teal orange 2 on clip 01. So to export teal orange 2, I'll right click on the clip itself, and here where it says generate LUT, this is where I can do that. So let's go to 33 point cube because it's the optimal one. So on 33 point cube, it's also nice to keep things organized. So I'll just right click here, create a new folder. I'll call that LUT pack. And once we have that LUT pack, I'll just open that LUT pack. And here where it says the 3-point cube, I'll just call that my teal underscore orange underscore 2. And I'll save that. So we've now exported that teal orange 2. If I go to my MLX custom tool folder, Okay, this is already on the Pink Panther. So I'll right click on that. And here where it says generate LUT, we'll click on 33-point cube and it's going to direct us to that folder. So I'll just call that the Pink _ Panther. Pink Panther, that's how it spells Pink Panther. And we'll save that. And now if I go over to my desktop, we have my LUTs back. I can export this and then import it into Blackmagic Camera or Moment Camera 2. So that's how we can technically create LUTs and have them in a power window. And we can always recreate them. We can remove these windows like that and apply different kind of styles and looks we've created to our specific video clips in other clips. Now, if you want to learn how you can create a log file with a mobile phone, I'll show you how you could do that with the Moment Camera app. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.